9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Alexander, a gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And a give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're going to look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11, 1, Omaha.
Garoppolo. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Michael Thomas, 62 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, a run with Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 43 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play. Second and 11. Got a man open. It's Ross. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense. If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one. They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play. And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're running it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. The kick by Gould is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tackles. Shoot. He's coming. We got double up.
And to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He finds his target, Fuller. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm going to come back to you.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got Fuller, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And the Saints first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll look to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Well, they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye. Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we
San
go.
Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Move. We got 3. We got
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike's 47. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
11. Check 25.
From the 22, Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being a...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 10 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Four yards the pickup, first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback, D-line!
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 180!
Check 55, Mike.
Let's make these baby. White. Let's make that.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
I got you. Man, I got you.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Here we go. 180!
Check like 47. I'm coming. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
21.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's third and goal.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Hey, switch gears.
On third down, a run from Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down.
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Saints get a bit closer. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Niners 38, Saints 20.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike's 47. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He gets it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes made work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This is Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go. 180.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They run with Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Here's Breida. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
Niners 38, Saints 27.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 120. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Garoppolo, 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go. 180.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.